Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. This is where we show and tell you what's happening in some of the 36 states of the Federation, covering the 6 geopolitical zones, program by program. And we begin today in the Northeast, where the Victim Support Fund, under the chairmanship of General Theophilus Danjuma, has donated 30 million naira to 2 hospitals in Yola, the Adamawa state capital. These donations are meant to reduce the challenges of funding in hospitals across the state in the management of victims of insurgency in the Northeast. Presenting a check of 20 million naira for the specialist hospital, Yola, to the Permanent Secretary, Adamawa State Ministry of Health, Alhaji Mahmoud Abubakar, the Executive Director of the fund, Professor Sunday Ochoche, said the gesture is in support of the people and government of the funds.
We are here today primarily to express our support to the government and people of Adamawa State, but in particular to the specialist hospital here in Yola. And so for the past 2 or so weeks, we have been in touch with the medical director on this, and we have agreed on a memorandum of understanding regarding the support we are going to give. We have come for 2 main things, 2 related things. One, to sign the memorandum of understanding under the partnership between the Victim Support Fund and the Specialist Hospital in Yola, and to make a donation of 20 million.
To whom much is given, much is expected. I wish to use the occasion to call on meaningful individuals and organizations that intend to support this hospital in one way or the other, that our door is open.
Still in the Northeast, the Yobe state government says despite insecurity and the current economic downturn in the country, the Gaydam administration in the state is carrying on with its developmental projects that will help reposition the state for the better. Giving a rundown of government's activities in Damaturu, the state capital, the director of press to the state governor, Mr. Abdullahi Bego, says the state government has committed over 12 billion naira towards coping with the insurgency, and lots more is being done to improve the living conditions of the people. He listed road projects, healthcare services, housing, as well as the provision of various needs of the internally displaced people in the state as a priority.
The Yobe State government under His Excellency Alhaji Ibrahim Gaydam has continued to keep faith with all its major responsibilities, paying workers' salaries as I have said regularly, helping to provide support to the security agents who are on the ground working to bring the prevailing Boko Haram crisis to an end, and pushing on with the delivery of basic services. To date, the Yobe State government has spent over 12 billion naira in support to the security agencies. The number of roads that the government has built over this period is more than the total number of roads ever built since Yobe was created. Potuskum Gana Alkali, which is 150 kilometers. Kaliari Bayamari Gaydam, 109 kilometers. Bayamari Yunusari, around 55, I think, kilometers. Gaydam Bukarti, around 33 kilometers. Maidua Gadaka, Potoskum Danchua, Jajimaji Karaswa. All these are road projects that have been executed by His Excellency's administration and completed as we speak. Construction of new staff housing, etc., which were not in the original first phase of the program, of the project, meant that the delay is worth the while. Okay? Initially, the hospital was to be built, then later, some of these other expansions that I'm talking about will come on board. But His Excellency decided that we needed to carry them all along because they are all needed. For example, we needed to build staff housing, so doctors and nurses and other critical hospital personnel will have accommodation right inside the hospital, so that when they are needed for services at any time of day or night, they are available to serve patients. His Excellency decided that we needed to build those housing, and they have been built.